Hello?
Hello! Fancy meeting you here on this every other Friday. That's just so happens to be Friday the 13th. Ah!
Spooky!
Too spooky, 5 me.
Well, hello friends. It is every other Friday, and welcome to GutPunchRP, a tabletop role-playing game stream channel focused on inclusivity in gaming spaces and charity. You can type !donate into the chat to get a link to our ongoing Tiltify event for I Need Diverse Games. Type !charity to learn more about them and all that they do. Do know that each month we give away lovely prizes to random donors. So donate if you would like a chance to get those. We get dice sets and all sorts of fun things out there. But just so you are aware, because this is a charity stream, all the money that does come in from those bits and subs goes right back into the channel to be used to help us make this place even better than it already is. Did you know that we're sponsored by tabletoploot.com? You can type !tabletoploot for a link and be sure to use the code GutPunchRP to save 15% at checkout. We are also sponsored by Dungeons Gate, a local Midwestern game shop. You can type Dungeons Gate to get a link to their website, and be sure to use the code GutPunchRP to save 10% at checkout on anything that is not already a sale item. If this is your first time joining us here, welcome. You have joined us for episode 14 of the Darkness Rising, a homebrew fantasy 5e campaign. We do play every other Friday, but do be sure to join us every Monday for the Spooktastic Laurelwind, and every opposite Thursday to this game. So next Thursday for the super awesome Cow Pals. As always, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Last time on Darkness Rising, our heroes set out towards Aletha, home of the Evertree and the closest of the fonts of power. It was a simple trip, or it should have been. The closer they got to the capital, the more disturbing the landscape became. Trees seemed to be rotting where they stood, and an eerie, uneasy pulling on the magic users kept everyone on edge. Not to mention the constant feeling of always being watched. Still, they kept on. The river left them with even more questions, for across the 20-foot span of water that was oh so helpfully covered with a film of stagnant, bubbling slick, the trees seemed vibrant and thriving. Clever thinking and deft feet got the party across without a single injury, but howls of misshapen mouths chased them clear of the disturbing waters. Only once they were free did they settle for a night's rest. Liliana went off in hopes of discussing more with Bearlin about the new bond they had now shared, but it was cut short when they stumbled upon a bear. No, some sort of scientifically altered monster containing the body of a bear, half the face of a reptile, and bird-like appendages. Battle ensued, and thankfully, with the party's help, they were able to defeat it. The morning should have brought hope, but as the party neared the capital of Eurasia, they found refugees lining the road from all over the country, waiting anxiously to get inside the gates. With the noise of the city bringing to their ears some rather disturbing rumors, what is next for our party towards healing a world that seems to be falling apart? So we'll join our party members as they stand before the gates of the city, where 3 guards are standing rather stiffly before them, not wanting to let anybody in, giving the old, sorry, the gates are closed, we're full right now, roundabout sort of manner. And our party level decides to approach us. So, what do you do?
I believe that there was a plan that was constructed. Quinn will stride forward to the guards. Do you know who I am?
Sorry?
I am Gwendolyn Elizabeth Rathmore, daughter of Amalia and Torin Rathmore, royal advisors for Rilla, and most powerful mages in the realm. We are here to investigate the tree. You need to step aside and let us pass.
The guard who's standing in the middle kind of looks at you for a second, is like, that's a lot of names and titles. When a tall woman steps up behind and kind of brushes him off to the side, and she wears a very pristine, more ornamental armor with 4 stars on her shoulder, and she goes, "Oh, did I hear the name Rathmore? Oh, well, welcome to the capital. I'm so sorry for these imbeciles for waylaying you, Miss Rathmore. Can I assist you in anything for your stay here with us?"
Kind of like looking back to the group and then... Well, we would definitely need lodging and ample room for us to be able to conduct our investigation. Also, we have been traveling and have quite a ways and have come under attack by some brigands at some point, and so we would need to treat our injuries and a nice hot bath and comfortable bed.
Yes, of course. Would the royal guest apartments fit those needs, Miss Rathmore? I can send word ahead to have them prepared for you and your... And she kind of like glances, and your party.
Standing like bodyguards.
Yeah.
But having a very hard time, like, keeping the surprise off one's face right now, just like...
Uh-huh.
I believe that we would be amenable to that, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Did Her Royal Highness Princess Mirai know of your arrival? Should I send a word that you have made it here? Granted, I have not been within the city for a few weeks now, but find some way to get that message to the princess for you.
You don't need to bother her. I believe she has a bit more that she should be concerning herself with.
Right. Of course. Please, welcome to the city. And from behind you, you hear refugees like, "Here for weeks. Where do they get to go in?" And then 2 of the other guards kind of step up, and they're like, "You'll be quiet. We have opportunity." And the one who this captain had pushed aside kind of sidesteps around you guys to go and join his companions to begin that reciting. "Have no fear, everyone will enter the city at an orderly fashion. We thank you for your patience." And it sounds very practiced, rehearsed, by rote, as if he's reading from a scroll that is not in his hands. But the captain of the guard sidesteps and bows to let you into the city. Which, as you travel under the large opening, you notice that as you enter the tree, you feel like a sense of calm come over you. This place is very welcoming. The arch, it seems to have been it looks as if it'd been carved, but it's not carved. But intricate branches are laced together in designs as you walk through into this massive trunk of this tree. And before you, as you look around, is a city, for all intents and purposes, living within this trunk of the tree. It almost looks as if the trunk sort of creates a protective wall around the inhabitants. But as you look up, you can see that there are lifts to take up to the different levels within this tree, but there doesn't seem to be any pulley systems to move these lifts, and yet they're sliding up and along the trunk in practice, and nobody seems to bat an eyelash at them. As you enter the ground floor and look up, you notice there are multiple levels that kind of come out to the side and allow for these lifts to continue up, and yet you can see that there's probably about 10 or so of varying sizes as they continue up the trunk, which does not shrink in size.
As we're walking in, does it seem like there is an actual, like, intake situation happening for any refugees at all?
Roll me a perception check. And I will say at advantage because you have just come from the outside and you saw what the outside is like.
Perception check. Nice. Ooh, that's terrible. That'll be an 8.
Okay. Just looking around you, there does seem to be a lot of people on this level. Some do appear to be refugees of sorts, maybe a little better off than others that you saw waiting outside the city limits. So there are refugees in here. There doesn't seem to be like any jostling for more to be coming in. There are some on this first level.
Okay, well that soothes my mind, obviously.
Has our entrance gained any interest from anyone else who's already in here? Like, are we getting any suspicious looks?
There's a couple people who are kind of sidestepping you, as you are the first ones in this section, aside from guards, to be in armor of sorts. Okay.
Puppy on the shoulder.
I will say, you get, people kind of look you guys over, and then they see your puppy, and then they're gone. They're like, oh, what is that? Why do they have a monster? Is that what I think it is? I don't know. I've never seen such a creature before. It's kind of cute, but kind of unsettling at the same time, and I don't quite know. And that sort of follows you around, and people sort of get out of your way. A couple people like jostle into you, and a few of them kind of look at you as you walk by and like, "Hey, watch where you're going. I'm standing here. Everyone will get in." So yeah, what do you guys do?
It's like,
where are we going?
I assume we are still following to the apartments.
Yeah, the captain is just like casually weaving through the throng of folk, and you notice that there's a like, it's like a lift stop, or like a bus stop, but for the lifts. She takes you over to one on the side that is the only one that has a guard posted on it, and as she approaches, the man gives a swift like salute to her, and she says, "Now, Gerald, I want no questions for anything. Please escort Miss Rathmore and her companions to the royal apartments." And he kind of like looks, and she's like, "No questions. Now go on with you." And he's like, "Oh, right." And he opens the lift and holds it out for you guys to get on.
Head held high, just swaggers into the...
Last one on River, like, "Oh, thank you, Captain. Can we get your name in case we need to, if Quinn needs to reach out any questions?"
Captain Eris. And I
Could you spell that, please, GM?
It's my name backwards.
Because already fixed my spelling.
Like, did I just look at my work name tag right next to me? Yes, I did. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it.
You've been most accommodating. We appreciate it.
Anything for the Rathmores. Do put in a good word for me if you're ever looking for a guard. I've been captain for 4 years, and the other guard is like closing the gate and like it begins the ritual to get it moving up to up higher through the tree, and you can still hear her voice until it is nothing, like just trying to spout her credentials. And the lift climbs the tree.
We alone in the elevator thing? Lift?
Gerald with us.
No, Gerald just closed the gate.
Oh, that was the easiest job for them ever. Okay.
I know there's a lot going on, but did she just try to defect from the Queen's Guard? What the?
Maybe?
Which, of all the weird stuff, thing I'm least invested in, because holy shit, just kind of like swats Quinn's shoulder.
Well, I assume that, that private guard does pay quite a bit more than...
That's true. That's true and fair.
Probably,
yeah. Bold move.
The lift continues to climb, and as it does, you pass by the first level, which seems to be more a typical marketplace setting. You've got, it looks to be, this is where all the shops are located for the travelers and such. But there is no way for this particular lift to get over to that side. As it continues up higher, the second, third, and fourth level all appear to be residential homes of rising aristocratic status. And the next few are farmlands and orchards. So there's a lot of greenery within this tree. And the 8th level appears to be for guards of sorts, like more for the personal royal guard and the local little lower police force of sorts. And that it does stop at, or it stops at the 9th level, excuse me, which is smaller than the others. And it appears to have more houses of a manor sort of design. As you look out, the lift does continue going up, but there is a guard waiting there, a short halfling woman with her hair braided in buns, and she gives you a salute and she says, Miss Rathmore, I'm here to assist you to your apartments while the king and queen are away.
Oh, thank you. And your name is?
My name is Leah. And I'm more than happy to take you. Just this way, please. And she turns and walks towards the gardens of this level and continues past.
Is it the 9th or the 10th now?
This is the 9th floor. There's one more floor above you. But this lift is the only one that has a docking station here. And it does continue onwards up to the 10th level. She leads you to a rather generous-sized manor house. It is one floor. She kind of like bows and presents to you, Quinn, a key. She says, this is to be used for the duration of your stay. Your presence has been sent to the guard, so if you have any need of anything, you can just give us a holler and we'll be happy to assist you today. Yes.
Thank you very much. And Nissa, would you please tip the lady? I believe you have my coins.
Actually gave them to Jade, but we'd love to have some food brought in, and I take a step towards the door.
Yes, of course. What is it? Do you eat? Are you okay with the Are you okay with a meat platter, or would you prefer a vegetable platter? We have fruit platters, or I could bring all of them. Anything for the Rathmores. Oh, yes, of course, right away. We will be by again shortly. No tip necessary. Thank you. And she scampers off very, very quickly.
Is there an apartment?
No, this is a manor house.
Apartment? They called it an apartment. That's not what this is.
What do you expect with someone whose name is a whole sentence?
That's a good point. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Never met one of those before.
I mean, maybe we should just take this discussion inside, though, just in case. I'm, like, still looking up and down the street. Like, is there a shit ton of guards? Like, is there a back way out of this tree of, like, fire hazard death? Oh, my God.
Is anyone watching or following us?
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll me those perception checks. Or investigation if you're looking for anything specific.
Where would you put the... looking to see if people are...
I'd say that's just a general perception. Yeah. And I guess same if you're looking to see how many guards are there. If you're looking for the exit, that will be an investigation.
All right, I will just roll the investigation then, I guess.
20 for perception.
Okay. 15 for River. Jade, what did you get?
20.
20?
Ooh, nice.
I got 13.
Okay. So River, you're looking to see if you're being followed.
Yeah.
Nobody appears to be following you here. All the folk on this level are dressed in the more aristocratic, formal, really there to impress.
Style.
Yeah. Yes. Very much so. Varying styles from around the country. You recognize some of them from the far north marshes of Eredor. More breathy or airy sort of garments with a deep, rich color. You recognize the nautical attire of some people from the Shattered Isles of Neria are here, and so on and so forth, all the way down. There's a little bit of someone represented from each country, except for the one that nobody ever goes to. But you don't appear to be followed. You do notice that Leah runs over to a couple of the guards who are patrolling up here, and just kind of like seems to be giving them orders of sorts, and they kind of like look over at you guys and then look back and then they look at you again and then they nod, salute, and go off. Anissa, you're looking for an exit.
Yeah.
From just where you're standing right by the manor house, there doesn't appear to be any other exits save for the lift. However, the street does continue down, like think along like a riverbank, like the city houses. And judging by the fact that there's not a lot of traffic, there's probably another exit, especially for this high up. Because you guys are about 300, 400 feet up in the air right now. If not more, because it's a very large tree. And then, Jade, what were you looking for? Again?
Oh, it was the same as River.
Oh, okay. You also notice that the people milling about up here are in finer attire, and those who aren't in, like, who don't seem to be like holding their hat high, like super, you know, that sort, are still dressed rather nicely, just maybe not to the 9s. They're like to the 5s. So, what do you do?
Check the door for traps.
God.
Okay.
I mean, I would pull you back if you'd like bent down to check the door for traps. There's not going to be.
It's not going to be traps out here.
Yeah.
You have not been amongst nobility for a while.
Well, I mean, that's true. It just seems like a bad start. Like,
okay, River takes like 5 steps back and motions to Anissa to unlock and open the door.
I put out my hand for the key from Quinn.
I hand over the key.
I kind of do like a motion for everyone to back up then, and then I just open the door and push it open.
Okay. Anissa, it's weird. You go to approach the door, and as you put the key towards the lock, you actually feel like a slight resistance for a moment. The key gets warm, and then it easily slides into the lock, and you are able to turn it, and the door opens.
Okay, well, it wasn't a trap, so I was right, but it was definitely like the key got warm, so...
Oh, yes, it's magical. It's magic.
Oh.
It's like if you would have actually tried to use like a fake key to get in, then you would have set off the trap.
Cool. Anyway, not a trap. And I just like hold the door open and just motion everyone past, and then take like one last look up the street, as a good guard would. Sure.
Roll me another perception check.
Oh, it's gonna be so good this time. Don't even worry about it.
River's gonna immediately walk
do
in
it.
and start, like, just do an entire walkthrough of the place. Make sure
Okay.
no one else is in there, nothing shady out of the place.
I think Kira's doing something similar, except with way more of a like arriving at the Airbnb, like checking out, like scoping out all the bedrooms, like this one's gonna be mine, like kind of attitude.
She's racing, she's claiming her bed.
Yeah.
Jade's just making sure she doesn't break anything in this expensive ass place.
Oh, yeah. So this kid with us.
Right.
An 11 is what I got.
Everything seems to be fairly, yeah.
All right,
Blend in beautifully.
Yeah,
No one's
close the door,
suspicious at
lock
all.
it. Clear.
No one suspects a thing.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
The only person who's probably dressed for this place is Quinn, so we were already suspicious.
Yeah, I feel like we're not particularly clean.
All right.
Oh,
Not even a little.
that is a good
Not even
point.
close.
And just like I stick my head out of the hallway and actually, would Quinn know if there's some kind of like magical intercom system or here?
Yell really loud.
Would she have traveled here in the past with her parents? If they were
going on something that was more just like social, then
Okay.
yes. If they were doing business, then probably not. And if she was
Okay.
in school, then
I'd say you were probably very, very young then when you were brought here for the birthday of Princess Mirai. Kylan and his father came, and he invited your parents as they were his, as they advised him. So they brought you along as well. You would know that there is an intercom system, especially in these guest apartments for the royal house. And there is one in the kitchen area, there is one in the bath, and there's one at the front door. As you all walk in, you are greeted by a almost, if wood could be marble, it's marble. Walkway with high vaulted ceilings of intricate wooden, just like braiding. And again, it almost looks carved, but it's not. There are no signs of any tools having been used to craft the inside of this house. It is a single floor. So as you travel down, the first door that you come across is a sitting room with a large hearth and a small library that is fully stocked with books of varying sizes and thicknesses. There's a very large bathroom that has a tub that is built into the floor, geared more towards communal bathing rather than own personal private bathing. And then there are 4 separate bedrooms. One in the far back is a queen-sized room with just one large bed and its own private bath and dresser. And then the other rooms, there's another one that's smaller that has a single bed, and then the last 2 have double beds, 2 double beds in them. And there's a kitchen that is on the far side.
Without missing a beat, Quinn puts her coat in the big room with the private bath.
Okay.
And this would definitely be in the room closest to the door, since this place is already a death trap.
Okay.
Kira picks the one with the prettiest view.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
We're inside a tree. Mild pen.
But you are it's like orchards outside, like that line the walkway of this royal guest apartments section.
Also, I would grab one of the intercom thing and be like, Leah, terribly sorry I didn't think of this earlier. Because we've been traveling and we came under attack by this ghastly group of brigands.
The ones from the north?
Is that the direction we came from? Or
you guys came from the south. Well, southwest.
No, are there ones to the north as well? Oh my goodness, the
I'm
crime
so
rate
sorry.
in the countryside must be a...
I'm so sorry. I wasn't supposed to be gossiping. Yes. What is it you need?
Myself and my companions will need some day clothes, some evening clothes, probably some nice clothes as well.
Should I have the royal tailor sent to you?
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay. He'll be by probably later this evening. He is very busy, so he might be able to get 2 outfits for each of you. I know that's not nearly enough for such an esteemed member of our society, but I hope that will do for the time being for such a short notice.
It will have to do. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything else I could get for you?
Ask her for booze!
Yes.
You're from like 4 rooms away.
Yeah, is this all audible or is this all...
I'm about to say, like, can we all hear this?
Well, which room are you in? Are you in the main entryway, the one in the bathroom, or the one in the kitchen?
I would have been the one in the main entryway.
Okay, then yes, you can hear it. It's like one of those like wall buttons.
Yes.
So like you just hear it.
Yes, some libations to go with our dinner.
Right, of course. That'll be by shortly. If you need me, just call me. If not me, then one of my fellow captains or guards captains here up in this 9th level will help you out. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Bye.
Wait, no.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Why are you so nervous?
We're not, nothing to worry about. Everything's fine here. We hope you have an enjoyable stay, and I'll make sure you get your food later. And there's a very clear click of a disconnect.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Around the corner now.
Go ahead and insight check.
Insight
let you
check.
know the DC is 10.
I got
okay.
this. I got this.
Okay.
22!
17.
13.
16.
Oh, I even have advantage. I could do better.
Ooh.
Oh, natural 20 for 21. Nice. Yeah, DC of 10.
Beats it.
She's gonna fold like an omelet.
That's it. All right. There is absolutely something going on here. If you got 16 or higher, it possibly maybe something to do with the bandits. For my natural 20, there are some heavy undercurrents going on in this city that kind of leave an uneasy feeling to the air, and with her anxiety, with Leah's anxiety, it's pretty clear that whatever it is has everybody on edge. probably maybe have something to do with the fact that the Evertree is yellow in color rather than its typical green with a yellow glow. No.
All right. One more housing question. Are there like robes in the bathroom? It's a towel to robe situation.
If you go to the bathroom, for every bed there is for every bed that is not the private or the master suite, there is a bathrobe of rather plush. You know those towels that are and they're just soft and fluffed and just pristine, hanging from their pegs on the wall.
Just come out of the main room and start taking off my armor and cleaning it as we wait for dinner.
Okay.
So is no one going to talk about how she just summoned royal tailors? What the hell is this about?
Yeah. What?
What? That, yeah, of all the things, that was actually maybe the most badass.
And the most confusing. What's the difference between all those things you asked for? Day clothes? Night clothes, is that just like sleeping clothes? Is that just pajamas, or is that something else?
Or it's like all black clothes, so you blend into the night.
And then like 2 sets of clothes is not enough?
And then nice clothes, too?
No.
I don't have enough room for my... Well, I have the bag of holding, I guess.
No, you need a set of clothes that you can go around town in during the day, doing various activities, lightweight and comfortable, going to the library, doing reconnaissance, things like that nature. You need your evening attire, which you would want to change out of your day clothes after you've been doing that into something a little bit nicer for you to go out to dinner. And in the event that we need to go to a formal outing, we should probably also have formal attire. I assumed you all had your own sleeping garments, but I mean, maybe they can swing that as well.
I mean, I just sleep naked
I
if
was
I'm
just
indoors.
confused.
What?
I was just confused, that's all.
Formal? We're going to a ball?
Yeah, what?
Oh,
I mean, it wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility.
Hey, we're very excited to see you. You're probably word's gotten around that you're here, and somebody's getting a shindig or two together to get ready to invite you.
Yeah, this is way above the pay grade.
I mean, this just happens when you go places. You get like free lodging and I do want to go to a party.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess anyone would get free lodging with a sentence for a name, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if we just add more parts
if
to
we just
our names,
give them more name?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
You just say it with confidence.
Pretend like we're. Yeah, if you stand with like your head up like that, like Quinn does, and then stand really tall and pretend like you belong everywhere and like you own the world.
River is purposely slouching further in the corner.
Well, I guess after we acquire these day clothes, we could get away with that.
I mean,
I don't know if I could. I don't think I can do that.
Yes, but you can do quite a bit. Like,
that's beside the point.
For example, didn't you glow a bit more during that fight? At one particular time? Yes.
I guess River did mention that when we were on watch the other day. It's she kind of like is like starts like fiddling with her holy symbol around her neck, like fidgeting with it. If sometimes I can pray and then I get a little stronger. That's all. I think that's what that was. If Tom decides that it's worth it, then yeah.
It looked like a hand, so Handatorum. There you go. We already got a couple words. Get you a couple acronyms in there. A couple adjectives. You'll have your own sentence.
Are you gonna add that onto my name then?
Kira, Handatorum. Glowing spectacle.
Maybe workshop it.
Yeah, that sounds more circus than
Rising strong arm, and she's gonna like start wandering background as she's like listing off more adjectives and.
Is there a bookshelf or like a small like personal library in here?
Not in the master room, but in the first room off to the left when you first came in, it was like a seating area that did have a library in it. Not obviously not as extensive as you would find in like a main library. Mm-hmm. But it's fairly decent. There's books of varying sizes and thicknesses. Yeah.
Avoiding further conversation about herself, Quinn will go into that room and look at the books.
Okay.
And see
is there? All right. They do seem to be organized in. And as you approach, there is a small little table that has a little card box that has the alphabet going down it.
Are they more, is it fiction or is there nonfiction or anything?
If you just glance over the titles, it does seem to be a mix.
Okay, so going with the vibe of royal and everything, is there like a rules of combat engagement or like the art of war type?
Oh, absolutely. There's a small section in like the bottom corner. Like I'm imagining this to be like a 5-level little bookshelf here in the back. And there's a section off on one of the bottom portions that is like in the S section of this very well organized bookshelf strategy. There's like the strategies of this battle and so on and so forth, and how to win at Dragon's Chess is another one, and varying things. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Well, I'll take definitely anything that are specific wars or whatever and the Dragon Chess, but if there is also like magical combat in there, I'll grab that.
Hello.
But if not, hi.
There does not appear to be any magical combat book in this.
I'll just take the entire strategy section. Like I will grab all of them and start
there's like
just
5 or 6 books.
Walking back out and like basically find a chair and start reading until.
Oh god, she's gonna start a study session, and River leaves the room.
Gonna add another paragraph to that name.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are the rest of you doing?
Novel.
You said like the rest of the house is like made out of wood, but the wood is like so high quality. It looks like
So it looks like the floor looks as if it was marble, except instead of having those stone patterns, it's wood grain. But it's like polished. Like if you were wearing heels, you'd get that really satisfying click on them. There's carvings throughout the wall that aren't carved. They're just there. There's archways that are of woven branches. That branches don't grow that way. I will say she kind of goes off to find the bath and is like already full on in the bath. It's just soaking. Liliana steps off to the side, taking one of the beds in the double room and kind of closes the door behind her.
Damn, she's a good kid to go straight to the bath.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
It's not long before you start to smell an overwhelming aroma of oils coming from the bath in absolutely too much bubble bath.
That bathroom floor gonna be slick as hell.
We don't see it.
Yeah.
We don't observe it.
I see nothing.
I kind of would like to use the tub later, so maybe Kira, you should go check on that.
Why me?
Well, I mean, because I'm polishing and Quinn's reading. I assume Jade is doing push-ups. I don't know.
Wow.
What are you doing? I mean, you just make sure she's she hasn't slipped and stuff, and then make sure she knows she should wipe up.
Kira just rolls her eyes and goes.
Thanks, Kira.
Okay. Jade, River, what are you guys doing? And then I'll jump to the bath scene because I think it's hilarious.
I'm walking around barefoot and looking at all of the carvings and intricacies and stuff. Like, what I would be able to determine this is probably done with magic over
actually, you've heard. Roll me a history check. I need to stop word vomiting because that's all I want to do. I just want to be like, here, have my lore. No.
History.
Yes, history.
15.
All right. You recall during your training that back in the day there were special talents that came with the elements of the world. They focused on specific aspects of it and could be honed for either martial weaponry or art. And there were some people, it's said, that used what they knew of earth and fire and air to do what's called wood singing, in which they were able to mold the natural, I don't say elements again, but the natural elements into forming things of intricate make. And the biggest and most impressive example of this is the Evertree capital of Eurasia, in which the entire interior of the tree was created through wood singing.
I guess, would I be able to detect or feel any of those natural energies while I'm wandering around inspecting stuff?
Roll me an arcane check real quick. With advantage, I'll say with advantage because it is pertaining to the elements specifically, and that is your area of expertise.
You said Arcana?
Yeah.
16.
Okay. You kind of run your hand along the carvings, trying to detect any hint that this wood singing is fake. Anything that could say that that's not real, and you can feel it's very faint because it's so old, but it's a humming against your fingertips as you just brush by. And it's a blending of all the elements with the wood of the tree as its base to create these beautiful, just everything. And this is how the tree grew, through this wood singing.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I think Jade's probably gonna just focus on walking around the house and just listening.
Okay. River, what are you up to?
Satisfied there's nobody else or nothing's like trapped in this house, she will pull out the puppy and start trying to she'll try to have him follow Jade around and focus on Jade.
Okay, roll animal handling, please.
Not as much, but more than I thought. 17.
Okay. He goes after Jade, but every so often looks back at you yeah. Am I doing this right? Am I doing it right? And occasionally he'll run back to you did I do good? Did I do good? Waiting for praise or treats. Before he's if you order him to go back, he goes, oh, right. I'm supposed to be doing that. And meanwhile, in the bathroom, there is a very large pile of bubbles, and all you can see is the very tip of Chee's horn, just kind of poking out of it. And she hears footsteps. She goes, I think I made a mistake.
So you are in there somewhere.
It's just pulling bubbles down.
You need help.
I thought they were single-use bottles. It's not a single-use bottle.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't know how to fix this.
You can't fix this.
Maybe let's hold on. I'm gonna go grab a towel from where if there are towels.
Oh yeah. There's robes hanging up on the wall, and there's plush towels folded nice and neatly. There's the one little wash towel that's folded in the shape of a little bear on top of that.
Adorable.
Also on each bed is a piece of chocolate. This is
I'll grab if there's a small robe, if there's one that it looks like she wants.
They're all the same size. Nope, they're all the same size.
Of course, fantastic. I'll just grab one and be like, okay, let's start with getting you out of that so that we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I just if I put my head down? What happens if I breathe the bubbles in? Will
don't do it. Don't.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Okay. And the bubbles are still getting higher. Roll me a perception check real quick. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Oh no.
That's how we lose the child.
Yep, we're gonna lose the kid.
Bubbles.
Both of them.
That's a 10.
Okay. It's a bathroom, so it has that echoing, but there's a rumbling. Not it sounds like this water might be churning.
I'm gonna help Chi get out first.
The bubbles are growing.
Yup. She turned on the hot tub jets.
Correct.
Help Chi get out.
It takes a little finagling. How do you get her out? Because this is like a nice 8-person hot tub in the ground.
Is she close to the edge, or is she just in the middle?
She was full on in the middle.
Okay, Chi, can you get over here?
I'm already on my tiptoes, and you told me not to breathe the bubbles in.
Okay. Can you touch the bottom?
I'm on my tiptoes.
Okay, can you try and tiptoe to me? Use your hands to move the bubbles out of the way.
So you watch as her little hands come up and try to finagle the bubbles out of the way, and then you hear the and then a splash.
God damn it! God damn it!
And then you very quickly, I'm in the bubbles.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. And she climbs out. She's got a a little halo of bubbles around her head and like all over her. And just, they're like this big. I didn't know that they weren't single use. I just thought you put the whole thing into bubbles and then you get a bubble bath. I've only been told stories of these things.
I might have messed it up too. I probably would have messed it up too. It's okay.
Am I gonna get in trouble? They're not gonna kick me out, are they?
No.
Oh, okay.
We won't let anything happen to you. It's fine. You'll be fine.
I don't know if anybody wants to use that, but they're still growing. The bubbles are starting to overflow onto the floor.
Is the water moving? Is that? I think that might be making the bubbles get big.
There was
did you do something?
There was a button, and I just said push the button, and then
maybe we try pushing it again, see if it makes it stop.
It's behind the bubbles.
Never mind. We go. We run. We get out of here. We leave it for someone else to deal with.
Did any of us? Did any of us hear Chi like bust her ass earlier?
Were you listening for anything happening in the bathroom? Like, I mean,
sitting in the quiet front room, does any of this shenanigan float to us?
You can hear the sound of like, you know that sound of like foot on porcelain. Yeah, it's that. But like, you also can hear like the rumbling of the jets through the water because it's a bathroom and it's, it does that echoey thing. And then you can absolutely hear the short shriek as she falls, and then as she face plants into the hot tub.
Jade River's just gonna be like, you want to bet she put in too many bubbles?
Absolutely. I'm probably the closest to the bathroom because I was walking around.
It's not quiet, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into the bathroom.
Puppy's following Jade and River's following the puppy.
You look around.
I'll be all right with all this water.
Yeah.
It's a very large. It's designed for Zen. Like, this is strictly for relaxing, letting the day's troubles wash away. Let the jets massage out the knots. There's a nice little like side outhouse for a bath, like private like chamber pot stuff, and then where there was a tub is just a ever-growing mountain of bubbles that have begun to spill over onto this supposed to be tiled but wooden floor.
I'm gonna assume that we heard the button part. Possibly.
Will came in as they're trying to sneak out.
Yeah, right. She is wrapped up in a plush robe that is absolutely too big for her. Because she's an urchin, so she's very, very slight. Like, enough meat on her bones to keep her alive. Now a little bit more on the hardy side. In this very large toweled robe that trails behind her a few feet. She's not reached her full height yet.
I see someone broke in here and poured too many bubbles in and then snuck back out and trapped you here and just put all the blame on it.
Looks like, yeah.
It was so crazy.
That's what I heard.
See?
It's the best crime. You just never catch them. Would River know how to drain the tub on one of these suckers?
History.
There's this kind of...
With advantage.
While you're figuring that out, I'm already starting to like strip to like my inner robes because I'm definitely gonna have to start waiting.
It's not great. It's a 7 with advantage.
Glad I kept going.
You know that there is a way to do it, but your companion was usually the one who was like trying to make sure that there was no trouble had whenever you two went off to do things.
Over my book, not getting up. Do you all need assistance?
No!
Yeah.
We're fine!
Definitely not getting a bath tonight. Just sigh and keep cleaning my armor.
Over to Anissa, I'll be like, I can take care of whatever after. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Fair, yes, you are one of the most powerful mages in the land, so...
That would be my parents, not me.
Fair, but you're pretty badass.
You would notice that she gets paler and just kind of keeps reading at that comment.
Are you worried about something? Glancing over, but then going back to cleaning armor.
You say badass. And yet, I made a rash decision that led to me being exhausted, which means later during that fight, I couldn't dispel. And also, I prepared entirely incorrectly for the entire day's events. Plus, I used too many spell slots during the fight with Lauren, which means that I was completely depleted by the time that we got around to fighting. And that led to Liliana basically dying. So, no, I don't think I'm particularly badass or in any way, shape, or form the best mage.
It's a dour assessment. I mean, we all survived a dragon. We didn't know we were going to meet a dragon. How do you prepare for that, really?
I should have.
So you should just go into every day assuming you're going to meet a dragon.
I will now.
Okay, what if you need to do something that isn't destroy a dragon? Like, there's just no way to know what's going to happen in a day. It's you make your best guess, and we all survived, so I think we could all, tighten it up, but we did a lot. It was a day full of some bullshit, and we all survived, and that's, I guess, a little badass. Now I'm just like, I've stopped polishing the armor, and I'm just like staring directly at you.
I suppose you can look at it that way. And then we'll just keep reading.
All right. So back with our fiasco, unless there's anything else, Anissa and Quinn, would you want to talk about?
No, I mean, she's gonna be all like hurt and sad about it, and I'm just gonna polish my armor while she reads her little books.
Okay. So Jade, you said you're wading into this growing mass of bubbles, yes?
I'm about to be.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say to Chi. So when you saw who started the bubbles, about where in the tub did all the sloshing water start, so I could try to turn it off.
Well, there, I saw the other person push this button that was on the back corner, which is where they have the basket that had the little vials in it, and I saw one that had, I saw them pick up one that had bubbles on it, and then they opened it and poured the whole thing in because it was like this big. And how was one supposed to know that something this big is not to be used by one bath?
They were clearly nefarious. Right. Great eyes. You just great observation there.
Excellent observation.
I was just trying to help. I wanted to take care of the bubbles. I didn't know that they were going to keep growing. And then I hit the button because they hit the button that was next to the basket, and there was like a dial thingy. So they turned that, and then they hit the button, and then it happened, and then I came in, and then I fell into the bubbles, and then I couldn't get out, and then Kira told me that I shouldn't breathe the bubbles, so then I tried not to breathe the bubbles. And it was a lot that happened very quickly.
Is there any part of the tub that's visible to like help me determine how deep this thing is? No?
Investigation check.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 16.
Okay. So it is built into the floor, but when you had done your cursory walkthrough, you noticed that it was like a solid, like probably 6 by 6 with like 3 feet down.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's like hot tub in the ground that 8 people could sit in comfortably.
Oh.
Yeah, just
like a personal group bathhouse.
That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna wade in there and head to the whichever side in the back corner that she said.
Okay. You step in and you go down to the bottom level, and the bubbles are like up to your neck.
Yeah.
The water is like that perfect heat of just being hot enough to be relaxing without being like I'm boiling my flesh. And the jets are they're going. You do manage to finagle your way to the back. Roll me a dexterity check, please.
Dexterity check. 12.
All right. It takes a little bit. You got to swat through the bubbles and like work your way through the bubbles. You do find the dial and the basket that is pretty sizable, like a 5 by 7 basket. And assuming nobody else was in here, there appear to be a few bottles that are missing from the basket. You do find the button and press it, and the jets do stop.
Good.
And I will say over here, the scent, the aroma is sickeningly overwhelming.
Great.
So it's a lot up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
But the bubbles do stop growing, and the jets do come to a quiet.
I'm gonna take the basket with me and wade back out of the tub.
River is searching for any sort of like rune or lever or second button that would drain the tub, so then it could then refill it.
Okay. I'll roll investigation.
Okay, better. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find there's a against the far wall, there's like a drain button, and you go ahead and start draining, and then it all starts doing the glug glug of going down the drain. Jade, as you come out of the bubbles, she looks to Kira and goes, well, it's fine, I gotta go by. And makes a beeline for the door.
Hold on.
At the back of a robe.
Once the tub fully like drains and all the bubbles and the oils and everything go away, River will then start refilling it to a normal amount. So adults can then.
I'm gonna hand the basket to you too.
No responsibility.
Just so you can see how many bottles we got left.
It's gonna start with disbelief, but then go to like impressive, because this is like this was some A+ shenanigans. I'm actually kind of curious how big they would have gotten if we would have let them keep going. This is a lot.
Oh, it would have been so bad.
Yeah, like we could have gotten a bubble house.
Yeah.
Is there a deposit on this house? Like, do we have to worry about charge? Because bubble house.
Like,
I mean, like, they didn't.
Like we gotta pay for damages
for it.
Quinn, do we need to pay for damages in this place?
Who's we?
Damages? Do you need help?
Just an old. No, we got it. It's
Everything's fine.
I'm not hearing a
Not
yes,
under
sir.
control.
Looks at Anissa.
I mean, would you be so kind as to fix this before dinner so I can have a bath?
Fine. I get up and walk into the bathroom.
So the tub is like in the process of draining still. There are like small hills of bubbles still on the like tile floor. And she, captured by Kira, looks a little like dejected.
The hound is like at her feet, just doing hot breaths, like slowly like evaporating what little water it can reach.
I was actually gonna ask about that. Can the dog dry the floor?
Little
Giant puppy paws on a slippery floor.
It is absolutely, it's got them big old paws. And it's just like, whoo!
Doesn't know what joints are yet.
Occasionally trying to bite the bubbles and pounce on them, creating more of a mess.
Quinn will go around and each of the mounds of puddles just prestidigitate clean, and we'll just start walking around cleaning up the bubble mess.
She in her very plush robe looks up at you, Kira, and goes, "Am I in trouble?"
Just shakes her head no.
Okay, can I go?
Dear
I don't know
Lord,
if you got a whole.
how many bottles did you use? Oh my god!
I didn't know. Well, one of them said that it was like flowers in the spring, and then one of them was like fall spice, and then there was one that was like apple. So and then one it said one of them had like a body on it, and then one of them had like hair, and the other one had hair, and so I just 3 birds, 1 stone. Put them all. I mean, this other person who broke in here was like 3 bottles, 1 bath stone.
This other person.
Yeah, you didn't see him, but there was another person in here, and they broke in, and then I tried to help, and then I got stuck in the bubbles.
We have an intruder.
She looks.
It's gonna be about 10 minutes for me to get this armor back on, though. That's why I sleep in it. So sounds like a problem for Jade.
Yeah, right on it.
I do wander over though, and I do bring a sword just in case.
While she's talking, I'm looking her over, and it's like, you don't look very clean to me.
I told you I had to try and save them. I didn't get into bubbles until after they put them in and got away. And then I was like, I know, I'll help them. I'll stop the bubbles. And them, yeah, I'll be clean in the process. And there was just a lot of them very quickly.
What did they look like, Chi?
I didn't see them. They were too fast.
Also, just looking around this room, are there any other exits besides the door? I will even look up.
Nope.
Is there okay,
it's like slats, to let the steam rise so it doesn't get too foggy in there, but no.
Mage Hand brings some shampoo over and just like dump it on Chi's head while she's talking, and then like Mage Hand like start rubbing it in. Where I'm assuming she's still just drenched in soap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got a brush and like scrubbing her.
The robe is coming off while I'm walking her to the tub.
She's still trying to defend herself from this totally made up stranger.
Yeah. Keep walking,
I know what you're
child.
talking about. He was so real. I saw him.
I'll take it. Shove back into the jacuzzi.
Okay.
Yeah. We got it. It's fine. Thanks for the cleanup. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should try this water. It's really nice. Especially now that the bubbles are gone. It's really nice. She sits she does the kid in trouble sitting patiently. Just, okay.
Being scrubbed by a mage hand.
Being scrubbed by a mage hand.
In like the center of the tub.
Your mage hand is invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she is like, see, I told you there was an invisible person in here. And then obviously you guys have seen the mage hand before. So.
Yep, totally believe her.
Yep.
It's under control. I'm out. Go
And you hear
elsewhere. I got it. I go and open the door for the dinner carts.
it's actually not the dinner carts. It is a tall humanoid man, standing in very regal robes. He's got shoulder-length wavy hair with a well-maintained goatee mustache combo. And he offers you a very flourishing bow. And on his wrist, he's got a pin cushion and a small bag of fabrics and stuff. And he goes, forgive me, is this the Rathmore residence?
Yes, I presume you are the royal Tailor.
Hubert Dickinson at your service. And who do I have the absolute pleasure of addressing?
Can you repeat that name? Oh, like I was Dickinson.
Hubert Dickinson.
Okay, Hubert Dickinson. I am Anissa, one of the personal guards. So, yes, come in, wait in the front room for a moment, and I will announce you.
Oh, right, of course. And he comes in and he goes, is there a mirror? Oh, there it is. And he goes and he finds the front mirror and he's like fixing himself, making sure that every article of his clothing lays perfectly, and then stands like as if he's getting ready to be painted for a portrait. He stands waiting to be announced to make his grand entrance.
Does any of the rest of us hear how Anissa is talking?
Are you paying attention to that, or are you still with making sure that she is cleaned and sent off to?
That was just a general question, not necessarily me, but does anybody else hear how Anissa's
Yeah, from the bathroom. Do we hear this?
What's your passive perception?
13.
12. Okay.
13.
I'd say you can at least hear the tone of voice, if not the actual words spoken.
From the bath, I'm just gonna say, why are you talking like that?
I come in. A moment, I am collecting Lady Rathmore for the Royal Tailor.
Yeah, why are you talking like that?
Can just someone else come out here and talk to this fancy dude, Quinn? You're first.
Okay. Quinn, head up high, strides forward.
My Lady Rathmore, it is an absolute delight to finally make your acquaintance. I have made fine outfits for your mother. You are fitting image of your parents. It's incredible. And he starts doing the circling around you, kind of like eyeing you up and down, doing his mental measurements. And then he comes back and he holds out his hand for your hand.
And I daintily
and it's like his lips don't even touch your hand, but it's like the gesture of the kissing your hand. And what is it that you have called upon my marvelous expertise to craft for you this fine day?
Yes, well, my retinue and I, we came under some attacks by some brigands.
How dreadful!
Right? But my very, very capable companions quickly dispatched them, no problem whatsoever. But, in the process, we unfortunately only have the current attire. We have...
Say no more.
Thank you.
That is a tragedy beyond all count. What is it that you're needing to be made? And he pulls out a small notebook and like flips to an open page and like...
Casual yet comfortable daytime attire, befitting myself and my guards that would potentially require discretion.
Of course, everything for you, Miss Rathmore.
And then some nice evening attire that could, with some accompaniment of
Are you going to be attending the ball in 3 days?
Yes, but if you could swing it, we would love ball attire, but also evening
I have cancelled all other appointments for you, Miss Rathmore.
Oh, thank you very much. Then yes, we will require outfits for the ball. Do remind me what is the auspicious occasion? We have been traveling. We've been doing some top secret work for...
Oh, it is Her Majesty Princess Marai's birthday.
Oh dear Lord, that it is, isn't it?
Why, of course, is that not why you're in town?
Oh, as far as you're aware, yes, if you know what I mean.
Of course. I'm sure you've come with plenty of hot gossip. I'd love to hear all about your adventures.
Oh, all in due time, all in due time. I wouldn't want to take away your focus from your artistry. My mother does say quite a bit about, but it's I'm sorry.
It's Dickinson.
Dickinson, that's
Dickinson.
right. That's right.
Of course. She talks about me, does she? Well, it was my most elaborate gown that I've ever crafted for her. Even if it was a few years ago. It's fine. How is she doing? Is she doing well?
She is doing well. I believe she remarked on something that even Lady Mariah was envious of the gown you made for her.
You don't say. Of course. Well, you said you will be needing a ball attire, as you've lost that, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
If you could swing it, also some attire that could go for could be dressed up or dressed down, depending.
Oh, Omni attire. I love it. Brilliant vision. Of course.
But we did lose quite a bit, so
I am so terribly sorry for your loss. Please, it is an honor to craft anything for the Rathmore house. You need not worry about a thing, especially after your horrid ordeal. I couldn't imagine.
That's right. Leah was telling me that there was that there's been trouble from the north because we came from the south. So what is happening?
Oh, well, you didn't hear. Apparently, those brigands from the Shattered Isles have made landfall and have been slowly encroaching their... how you say? They've just been like bugs all over the place, just rioting and looting and just causing all sorts of chaos. It's truly been a headache for anyone of quality.
What? You said looting?
Yes, of course. I personally believe they're responsible for all the chaos that's happening up in the north.
What kind of chaos?
Oh, did you not hear? There's a epidemic sweeping Everdor. And not just that, but with the murders happening in Helden, His Royal Highness, and they were right to leave. It's a shame that they couldn't bring their daughter. But somebody had to be left in charge, and there's no one better suited for the throne than Her Majesty Marai.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check. And what specifically are you inciting?
Well, it doesn't matter because it was a natural one, but I was just trying to read his tone on whether or not he thought she was the best person suited for the job.
Okay. With your one...
I'm sorry, we're not hearing specifics from the bathroom, correct? We're just hearing voices? Like a lot of chatter at this point?
He's not being quiet. So his voice does carry. You can pick up more snatches, especially when Quinn came out, he would have walked towards her. So they're probably a little bit closer to the bathroom than at the front entrance. But if you want to roll a perception check to see if you can hear here,
sure.
If you're in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, she's still scrubbing chi.
Yeah, sure.
I will let you know the water is starting to turn brown from all the dirt caked onto this child.
And do we need to get her out and drain it and refill it and put her back in?
Well, it's
maybe.
How's she looking? Is she looking clean, but the water's just dirty?
Yeah. Like she's now covered in bubbles, but actual good, we're cleaning you bubbles. Then
rinse her off.
Drain it and then fill again, just so that it's clean for if we want
the next.
The rest of us. Yeah.
Next round. That was just a 12 perception.
What was it?
12.
12. Okay.
I got a 6.
I got a 9.
Yeah, we're just really really concerned about this brown water.
This child is just causing trouble.
This child is just
Anissa and Quinn, you are the ones who hear a majority of what he says. Forgive me, just how many of your retainers have you brought with you this trip?
5.
5, of course.
My companions may have requests regarding their garments and being able to inconspicuously and discreetly hide their means of protecting me.
Oh, right, of course. This is... a vision. Stunning. Forgive me. And he's just gonna immediately begin sketching in his book, just standing there. And then he looks up and he goes, okay, so we're at 3 outfits, correct? Casual yet comfortable with discretion, evening attire in the ball outfit, yes?
Correct.
Wonderful. Will your retinue be available for measuring and letting me know their desires? I must make this vision come to life. Wonderful.
Oh, Anissa is right here.
Okay. Are you? Okay, all right. And he will reach in his bag and he'll pull out a measuring tape and just arms up, please. Just full on measuring. Good to know. And the middle. Got it. Please. Okay. All right. Now, what? Anissa, you said, Miss Anissa. What sort of outfit can I get for you? We'll start with the casual one, please.
I mean, I would just what's the weather like here? That's a question about things and stuff.
Within the city, it's like your regulated 72, a light breeze, not humid, comfortable. Outside, you're nearing the end of summer, so it's pretty hot outside.
Well, I mean, I'd like something that shows off the arms, just because I worked really hard on them. But maybe
And you have.
Oh, maybe like a tunic, something longer, like slits up the side.
Ooh.
Like a thin legging,
Of course.
Just keep it sensible.
Do you want those up on both sides? Or just the one? Wouldn't want to go too far now, would we?
Well, I mean, no, get the slits up to like the waist. This is for movement. It's mostly just covering the front.
Right. Okay, all right. And then for your evening attire, your just casual, relaxing cocktail dress, if you will. It doesn't have to be a dress.
For a general evening attire, just to keep the mobility, I would like a nice suit, something along like a Regency line, maybe a little longer.
Okay, all right. Are you going to be wanting an undershirt for the suit, or are we going?
Yeah, definitely undershirt for the suit. Yeah.
Right. And do you have a preference on fabrics?
I'm not real good with fancy clothes. Just use your best discretion. Make me look good.
I will. I never leave anybody looking anything less than a goddess or god. Or deity, if you are that way.
And I mean, if you can work some emerald green into that suit, that'd be perfect.
Of course. We'll really bring out the color. I can make that happen. All right, and then will it be acceptable if I return at a later date to get your information for the ball outfit?
Yeah, that'll work. It's less for me to have to come up with right this second when I didn't know I would be, and I just sort of like back up and I'll go grab someone else then.
Perfect. Miss Rathmore, shall I take you now, or?
Yes, while she's retrieving, certainly.
Of course.
For the casual day where I want, if you can, navy blue Victorian double-breasted high-waist riding trousers.
It's so nice talking to somebody who understands.
And just a powder blue lightweight shirt.
Of course.
Ruffles at the end of the sleeves and a ruffles collar, but tasteful.
Of course. Got it. All right. And your evening attire?
The evening attire, I would like a simple dress with a steep V-neck. I would like it to be a midnight blue, and if you could add some subtle beading that looks like stars at the bottom of the dress, subtly going upwards, but then tapering off.
You will be a vision. It will be delightful. Perfect. All right. Anissa, who do you go to retrieve?
I would peek in the bathroom, and whoever was closest to the door is gonna get grabbed. Probably Kira.
Sure.
Kira, I got something fun in store for you, and I just kind of like loop arms and take her out there.
Okay. What's going on? What was all that?
And Hubert does a flourishing laugh. Hubert Dickinson at your service. I am here to design outfits for Miss Rathmore and her retinue. And he's immediately like, arms up, please. And he's like, okay. Neck, perfect. Waist, Okay.
Can I put my arms down?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
And what sort of outfits would you be interested for? Think casual, with a little bit of flair, and then an evening dress for a dinner party. Actually, wait. What's your favorite color?
I like blue. Kind of like sky blue.
Perfect. Now, are you more of a pants or dress?
Pants.
Perfect. And your weapon of choice?
She just points to her sword. She's definitely like leaning against like the front door frame.
Right. Of course. All right. Now your evening gown. Would you, for your evening attire, do you want to go dress or pants, trousers again?
Dresses are hard to walk in, hard to run in. I don't know.
Oh, I'm an expert at mobility in my gowns.
Are
you doubting my abilities here?
No, I'm doubting mine.
But with I only design to serve, so whatever it is you wish.
Quinn, what's this for?
It is for our stay and as we investigate. It's so that we can pass through town without too much notice.
Oh.
Okay.
Are we having a whole escapade going on here? I thought you were just here to dazzle us with your presence for the princess's birthday.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
And now you just give me more ideas. Naughty. If you don't have any requests, I'd be happy to just let my creative.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I will take care of that.
I don't know.
And you said no to the gown, then?
I don't know.
A simple yes or no. Gown, pants for your formal evening attire. We'll come back to talk about the ball outfit later.
There's gonna be that. Okay. I guess pants.
All right, perfect. Need say no more. I've got this now. Okay. So that is two. Who is left of your retinue?
We have Liliana's in her room, and Jade and
then River and Jade are still in there. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, how are you with children's garments? Could we get something that's just nice, easy to clean?
I suppose. Never wanted to have one of my own, so
me either. But just unfortunate.
Yes, I suppose I could dress child.
I mean, we're also fine with that being outsourced. She's a kid. She's not going anywhere fancy.
That's true.
Then I can just make her one outfit then.
But maybe like two, because they're filthy little beings.
Right, you are.
If you just have a good recommendation, we could pick something up about town and not take your time for it. I apologize.
I'll see who's in town and send them your way.
Don't sound so excited about the idea.
Well, maybe we could also just get our clothes at the market. We're gonna end up shopping, right? I'm trying to say this as an aside, but also not bothering to keep my voice down super low because I don't like this guy.
Yes, River!
Jared, you got Chi?
Yeah, I feel like by now she's out of the tub and wrapped up in a towel.
All right.
Yes.
She's almost dry by this point.
Okay.
Come on, Jade. Let's go and get this over with.
Where are we going?
Come on, child.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what all the fuss is about out there.
She like strides out on her.
The three of us, come on out.
Don't I know you?
Do I know you?
Yes, I've. And he steps up to you, River. From your before, how much, like, in regards to what it's just the one thing, right? That she does.
It's very confusing.
Yes, I'll message you. Sorry.
It could be so many things.
I'm trying to be discreet without being like, it's fine. He steps up to you and he gets really close to you and then kind of like looks you up and down. You were always running around with Valletta and Arabella.
Son of a bitch.
Well, you've been missing for years, and to think you've turned up here, this is incredible. Oh, I'm so terribly sorry about what happened to your parents. That must have been awful. Do you know where Valletta is? Everyone's been looking for her. She's been missing.
I was actually hoping to get more information. I just heard the news.
We've been on the road. Terribly sorry.
So any information you have would be fantastic.
I know nothing other than it is such a tragedy to lose such a talented artist to the fashion world with the death of your father. It is... I'm so terribly sorry. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and like gives you like a little squeeze. And your hair was a lot longer the last time I saw you.
Well, it gets in the way when you are on grand adventures and...
Of course. This makes so much sense. Are you working for Lady Rathmore here? Are you working... Did you follow in your father's footsteps?
No, I took a more hands-on approach.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
It is incredible that I get to run into you again. I would absolutely be honored to create an outfit for the late Thomas Marsh's second daughter, if I could.
Getting real specific.
For real? Like, damn, bro, mind your business.
And here's her SSN. Like, come on.
Here's all the credit card numbers, last 6 addresses.
He's
Mother's
nothing
maiden
if
name.
not arrogant.
First pet's name.
I knew I should have popped like 5 more fucking disguises before we came into this freaking city.
last name of first grade teacher.
Name of your
First pet. Yeah.
Name of the street you grew up on.
Yep.
Your favorite pet's name.
Just getting socially
so
engineered.
many scam emails after this.
Make and model of your first car. First wagon, sorry.
First horse.
Yeah.
Sarah, what was the name that you said as Hubert that was somebody was missing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Valletta. Valletta.
Okay.
Valletta.
Thank you.
He got a really lucky roll.
I know, I'm really pissed.
His perception is extremely high.
And what I was going to ask you was, does River know this guy? Does she know, like, talents-wise, where is he, like, social standing? How good is he actually?
So Thomas Marsh is, by what you know, top standards when it comes to fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Hubert has always been his closest competitor.
Okay.
But is always outshined by whatever Thomas creates. Like, he'll create something and it'll be like a flawless masterpiece, and then Thomas would swoop in and just be like, well, you see, I did this, and then everyone's like, whoop, away from him. So if you want to insight him.
Yeah, let's insight him. Re-rolling. I'm sending a sorcery point. Weird. Okay. It's worth it for this guy. Oh, no, I'm throwing shit. Okay.
Quit throwing.
I'm just got all these emotions. Oh, damn, girl. 18. I keep forgetting she has a really good insight. I'm used to scatting.
He absolutely has no sympathy for the death of Thomas Marsh.
That's
absolutely none. He cares not a whit. In fact, he might be rejoicing a little bit in knowing that he's dead. But his face says otherwise. It's all in his tone.
No, he's really good at this shit.
You
know what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. No.
No, go ahead. I'm stalling. Go ahead.
Okay. Does the name Thomas Marsh mean anything to me?
Yes, you would know that he is world renowned as a fashion designer, working specifically for the King of Helden and his family. He and his wife, Jada, are extremely generous with their wealth, spreading the money out wherever they can, and they're known to have 2 daughters, one Valletta Marsh and Arabella Marsh. You would also probably know that you're being who your parents are, they would probably have spoken to them, if not attended their galas with the previous chancellor of Rilla. Because they don't have a king, it's a chancellor. So.
Well, Hubert, I've always just been really impressed with your skills, and to be honest,
my
wardrobe is just severely lacking, and I am missing a good blouse. That's just like a good deep V-cut, plunging neckline, some stockings, some pleats. You mean?
Absolutely. May I take your measurements?
Of course.
And he will go through, and he's very quick and professional about it. For my other friends, you will have noticed that aside from Quinn, River is the only one that he has asked to get their measurements. Otherwise, he's just been like, arms up, let me take your measurements. And for your evening gown. Trousers if you want pants, I can do that as well. Can make a movable gown.
Actually, thinking again, deep plunging V-neck bodysuit, I'm really trusting you on this, make it really form-fitting, but then for a nice oversized cloak just hanging off the shoulders with the split sleeves, Just some nice filigree and maybe a little bit of fake fur, something to really emphasize.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, perfect. Thank you ever so much. It's good to see you again.
Nice seeing you. If you hear any gossip,
I'll
please
be
send it
sure
along.
to send it directly to you. You have my word. And who is this? And he turns to Jade.
I'm Jade.
And
this is Chi. Still in this bathtub.
And she's like full on like being like, oh, okay. And he just kind of, pleasure. What can I get for you?
Oh, so you're not gonna ask for measurements, huh?
I'm getting your ideas, and then I will take your measurements.
How about I give you colors and I'll let you decide?
Don't tease me with a good time now.
Are you saying that I should retract that?
No, absolutely not. What colors would you like?
Dark shades of purple.
Perfect. All right, and same for your evening gown. Oh,
Sure.
pants. Are you going gown or pants?
I would probably say pants.
Okay. Arms up, please.
No need. Jade perfectly recites all of her measurements.
Oh, perfect. And he writes them down. Well, I will go take your final companion's measurements and be on my way to get started with those garments for you. I thank you ever so much for allowing me to be within your presence, Miss Marsh and Miss Rathmore. It is a delight, as always. And he steps off to go and take Liliana's measurements. And with that, we're going to take a break.
This food from the kitchen is taking forever.
Horrible episode.
Yeah. There is the food. You guys look around, and the smell of food has wafted in from the kitchen. They did not come in through the front door. They came in through the kitchen door. So the kitchen table is laid out with all the platters. But we're gonna go take our break, do our human things, and take care of pets and things. So stick around. We'll be back very shortly. See what happens next.
Once you thought you were in the shadows, haunted by the whispers of your inner ghost. Filled with sorrow you felt lost. Now you got a key to be free. You know
Hello.
Hello. We're back.
Back again.
Welcome back to the wonders of living it rich here in the capital city of Aletha. Super fun times. I just also would like to add that we very much wish Miss D and wish them all the best. Wish they were here. They'll be here in the next one. But where we left off was our lovely Tailor friend just went to go in and take Liliana's measurements. After just taking everybody else's measurements and design ideas for their outfits. Party, what are you guys doing?
Just
Walking
staring at
into the-
River.
River's going to the booze and pouring herself a glass. Decides against it.
We'll grab
Takes the bottle.
Kira's, like, seeing this, we'll grab Kira's arm and be like, wait until he's gone.
Right, yeah, okay.
While this is going on, I'm fixing a plate of food for Chi so we can have a hasty bedtime.
Yeah.
On the kitchen table, there are 3 platters. One has a like meats and cheeses charcuterie board-esque appetizer. Then you've got your main entree with a very well cooked pheasant with I think Remy approves pheasant with some veggies roasted around the outside. And then there's a fruit platter as well as a chilled bucket of 3 bottles of wine with a note that says compliments of Leah on the bucket. She is still absolutely thriving in her very plush bathrobe. So.
I think I put her in a bath towel, but it's so big that it's like her size of a robe.
Absolutely. She's like trying to like go for just the fruit and the cheese platter, like totally ignoring the veggies. Like, who wants that? Gross. It's like
I let her do what she wants. I'm grabbing the bucket for later.
Okay.
No, well, a little bucket for now. No, I'm like behind you, but I have like 2 plates already full of food, and I'm just like, yeah.
I'm keeping this bucket for bath time later.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you are fixing your words are hard. Platters. If there's nothing else, I will get to work with that. They should be ready by tomorrow evening. If that's not too. I'll have both of them ready by tomorrow evening.
Could you expedite the day clothes?
Absolutely, they'll be ready by the morning.
Thank you.
Ta! And he goes to move to the door. And if nobody stops him, he leaves.
Close and lock the door behind him.
Okay.
While carrying my 3 plates of food, and then go sit down at, like, I don't know, there's got a coffee table, just shoveling food into my mouth.
Across from the way is the sitting room. So there is like a dining room table. There's also like a hearth with some plush chairs for reading. All that good stuff.
I will sit at the dining room table and be shoveling food into my mouth.
So
This is like top grade, high quality food. Quinn and River, this is not for you. They're like, yes, home.
River is like standing by the door, so as he leaves, she's just like, how much is it gonna cost?
Whatever do you mean, darling?
Well, I worked really hard to keep it on the down low. I'd like to keep it that way at least until,
I
you
see.
figure out why your parents are burned alive.
Oh, well, I do charge by the day, dear.
Any smart man would.
Of course. Well, seeing as how it's You. 25 gold a day.
It's 3 days until the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. Seems fair. She'll hand over 25 gold for now.
Wonderful.
Actually, no, she'll give him 50. She'll go ahead and pay off for the 2 days.
He's very like, you hand him the gold and then he no longer has it.
Yeah.
And he gives you a bow. It was wonderful to see you. River, was it? Have a wonderful evening.
So charmed you remember my name, lowly servant I. And she'll do a sarcastic nod and shut the door.
All right. And he is gone. 50 gold?
Yeah. Yep.
So back to what Kira was going to ask. River.
Yeah!
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Arabella?
Who's that?
Please do not ever call me that. She like takes the booze. It's like, I'm gonna take a bath.
Who's
If you
there?
want answers, you can come with.
Trying to figure
Just
that out.
eat your food.
We have food.
Okay.
Can we finish dinner first? I'm like peeking out the door.
Yeah, you made your choice. Thanks for watching Chi first. I'm out of here. I'm going to the bath.
And she's
Yeah,
like
same, I'm
sitting
following,
across from you at the table and is like,
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from taking the food into the bathroom.
That's just so, what?
That is
But then
unsanitary.
the thing I get. Yeah.
It's
gonna
like-
get
I mean,
gross.
there's water and soap everywhere. What do you mean?
Oh.
But then.
I mean, but shouldn't you also have some food before you drink the wine? I'm following you with the plate a little bit, like taking a few steps.
It is
She's
less
like-
effective.
she picks up her plate and is like, I follow? Yeah?
No.
You stay here. Don't touch anything. What better?
I need you to watch Dan. Dan can't get wet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be babysitter.
She picks up
Who's
his
watching
face and
who?
Oh.
Definitely the puppy watching
And then-
shit.
Yeah.
She absolutely does not sneak him snacks.
No,
From
none
her.
whatsoever. Yeah.
None. No.
No chocolate.
Just no
grapes
chocolate.
either.
Okay.
Save the chocolate for yourself.
Okay. It's like, here,
And-
have some ham, have some
That's right.
salami, like just full on.
Attica,
All
how
right.
long has it been since we were at the guards, like entering the city?
2-3 hours maybe.
Okay.
So it's probably getting into the afternoon.
Yeah, River's gonna go in with the booze and then just start like taking clothes off and getting in the tub, putting some more bubbles in, setting off the jacuzzi, and chilling with the wine.
I'm
I'm
right
drinking.
behind you with the bucket.
Yep.
Yep. Right behind all. Yeah.
I'm going into the bath.
You're muted.
We could have had a nice, relaxing evening, had some dinner, then taken a bath. Like it could have been a whole. This is just.
It's the afternoon.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it could have been a whole thing. Are we? Okay, yeah. I'd take like a few more bites of food and follow.
All right. So you guys wade into this water, set at that perfect temperature of hot and relaxing. The jets you don't quite know how, but they hit every knot. You don't know how they're doing it, but they do, and it's just the aroma that has filled the room now is so sweet and gentle in comparison to the abrasive, overwhelming scents from earlier.
Or definitely just sinks,
From
so
that-
just her head is out.
from that insane intruder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and ask. And you guys will notice too, like, anytime before you guys had been drinking, like, River is like hands over it, barely touching the alcohol. Like, she hardly ever drinks, but she is like full on, like, no, she's drinking.
What? I guess. Why? What happened? Why do you feel like you need to use a different name?
I guess this will be easier just to explain from the beginning and explain everything. Quinn, what do you know about the marshes?
Thomas Marsh is a world-renowned tailor. Generous family. Wife Jada, I believe. 2 daughters, Arabella and Valletta.
Well, technically, that is 1 daughter, Valletta, and 1 adopted daughter, Annabella. Or Arabella. It's been a while.
Adopted.
And I'm sure you know the game all too well, that the more generous nobles seem, the more popular they are amongst the common folk. So it's less about noble generosity than it just is to appear generous. Thomas and Jada certainly liked to throw their money around to bring up their appearances. I wasn't ever their daughter. Shortly after their daughter was born, somebody abandoned me at their footsteps, and they decided it would be beautiful appearances to adopt a daughter, and meanwhile just have a permanent in-friend, something that they could keep an eye on, make sure played with their daughter whenever they wanted to, didn't get into too much trouble. You know the works. And when my magic started showing up, I have a very specific kind of magic, and she'll ask her for funsies. She'll disguise herself, and she is now identical to Quinn. And then she switches back, and she's. It makes a very convenient bodyguard if you have a similar child who looks identical to your child. I loved Valletta like a sister, but I certainly was not Thomas's and Jada's daughter.
What happened to Valletta?
I don't know. And I'm very concerned, to be honest. It was when we were hearing the rumors in town that Thomas and Jada had been burned alive. I wish I could say I was a better person and felt some sympathy, or at best didn't feel anything, but a small part of me felt relief. But more so, I was very concerned about what happened to their daughter. Thomas's name carries a lot of weight. The gossip about him is heavier. So the fact that she is missing has me very concerned. But relief that she also didn't die and people weren't talking about it, but... Previous to that, nothing happened to Valletta, if that's what you're asking. Not that I know of. And she'll change back because this is very awkward being Quinn.
Thank you. It's very awkward you being me.
And you'll notice too that when she switched to you, it's the same thing that she usually does. It's subtle. So.
When she uses her subtle, is it like specific hand gesture?
That's actually a really good point. Oh, it's vocal and somatic. Yeah, so there is a hand gesture to it.
Okay.
So, but the subtle, I believe, just gets rid of the vocal aspect.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll do a hand motion and.
You guys have seen her do this before.
Mm-hmm. And now she's River again.
Did you leave? Or did something happen?
Doesn't something always happen to force your way out of your home? Listen, I was the recipient of a lot of generosity. It was very fortunate of me to live in this big house and to get this education and wear fine clothes and get to go everywhere and always be at Velada's side. Has a price tag, has expectations, but as long as you fit in their pretty little box and do exactly what you need to do, well, the generosity continues. And when you don't fit in that box, they feel significantly less generous. I really wish I could admit and say I had the spine to leave, to give them the finger and walk out that door, but just... I fucked up one day and I was no longer useful. I no longer fit in my box. I could no longer do my job. And my presence put Val in more danger than anything I could do to actively be there. So I left. Got a new name, changed my appearance, and tried to put as much distance away from there as I could. Which, first few months there was quite the clusterfuck, but got on my feet eventually.
How long ago was the fire?
Which one?
The fire that they died in. How long ago? Or did you just...
Nobody has said.
We just found
Okay.
out about it.
They've just... You guys have just found out about it. But nobody has said specific days.
Yeah.
So...
Is that news that you think would travel fast, or that...
Murder of the most well-known fashion designer.
I mean,
Would,
they
especially
tabloids.
one. If you are going off of typical information, things of this nature would be passed on by the general eyes and ears of the royals throughout the kingdoms, through their spies, because that's the kind of information, the level of which the marshes stood was almost the highest you could get without being royal in that aspect. So that sort of information would travel fairly quickly. Having grown up in this country or continent, you would know probably within a week.
Okay. All right.
Especially since magic's a handy thing to have.
That's...
How much time did we lose when we were in the portal? It was 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We have to... Are we... She kind of just shrugs and then leans up against the wall. She wasn't going anywhere with that.
It's not a very exciting story. Shocker upon shocker, River's not actually my real name. I usually don't take the time to pick a last name. Because I don't keep them for very long. Just trying to keep my head down, put as much distance between me and Rilla as possible.
Well, we're not staying here long, right? Right?
We investigate the tree and get out.
Preferably, but if what needs to be done needs to be done. Honestly, if the marshes are gone, other than a whole bunch of nobility gossip, just for the sake of gossip, myself am not that important. However, the marshes' long-lost daughter suddenly reappearing would certainly cause quite the stir. But I would really prefer people don't know I'm around. Like I said, I was trying to put distance between me and Rilla. For Val's sake.
Helden.
Helden.
Quinn's from Rilla.
So we investigate the tree and leave.
How did you mess up?
I put Val in danger. I'm not 100% certain how or what, but murders started happening around us, and I knew by me leaving, she'd be safe. She was only caught up in it because of me.
Something trying to murder you?
Yeah, how would things happening around you mean that you were the one putting it... Unless you were the one doing the murdering.
Mm.
No, I actually
Then
would
she'd
solve a
be
lot of
safe,
answers if
then.
I was...
Unless you wanted to murder your sister.
I don't think anything is trying to murder me. I came across that ritual, and when we tried finding answers about it, the person we went to for answers died. And the whole thing got hushed up, covered up. The death got wiped like it was nothing. And my job was always to keep Val safe, keep Val out of trouble, to take the fall for Val if it ever came down to that. And so the safest thing, because the only connection to it was me, was to go. Keep her away from it.
It was just the one guy?
Right, damn, it's just the one guy, right? Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's not really like a pattern. That's not murders happening around. That's one. I just concerned about the blame you're laying upon yourself for this. This seems like some real jackasses who super tragically made they rest, died in a fire.
Was a really brutal murder, okay? I wasn't used to seeing it.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I had seen people killed before because there's a lot of kidnapping attempts on Val that I would have to intercede on. But the murder itself was pretty brutal, and the ritual itself was creepy as fuck. I didn't want Val to get caught up in that. It was really weird.
The witch.
You should call me a witch.
She's a witch.
A little bit. She turns herself into other people. She could be a duck, you don't know.
Super powerful duck.
God damn it.
That'd be kind of lit.
The long con.
And we're traveling with a duck the whole time.
That was the real twist.
But here's the real
Quack,
twist.
quack, quack.
She's a ballerina.
Little feetsies.
Ballerina duck. Anybody? Anybody get that? No?
No, that's
Sorry.
Oh. It's fine.
twist.
Is there anybody that we should try and keep an eye out for? Like people that you I don't know
mean,
that
honestly, the people that we're after in this are the same robes, I guess, but I don't know. I didn't recognize anyone. I just heard chanting in a weird language and that deep voice that was in the dream that I don't think was in the real life, but again, not terribly exciting, just running away from home, change the name, trying to not associate with anything back there.
Okay.
If you ever need a bodyguard or someone to pretend to be you for a while, that's kind of my skill set. I did it for years. That's why I was kind of confused that your friend didn't have something similar. I thought all the big shindig royals had something like that. I worked for a tailor's daughter, for freak's sake. But she, yeah. Downs the wine. And I'm gonna go get some food. Sorry for the sob story. Please keep calling me River. Do not call me Thomas's daughter. Please and thank you. She will
okay.
grab a robe, go get her clothes, go find something sugary.
Okay.
She ate all the chocolate, didn't she?
Yeah. Or is actively in the process of eating it. I just rolled a 17. So
She steals a piece and like nods at her and
it's like dipping the strawberries in the chocolate. It's like chocolate sauce.
Well, now I guess I'll get in the tub and have dinner first. She's just like grumbling as she gets in the tub now. So, what can the rest of us have some wine, Jade? Jade.
Yo, the bucket's
Yeah,
right there. You
yeah.
could reach for it.
I don't know. Maybe you were still holding it. I didn't know who actually got in the hot tub.
It's just like on the side of like the tub.
is just spilling her secrets all by herself in the hot tub. It's fine.
Yeah, that's literally what I imagine. Everyone just standing around as you're like head in a hot tub.
That's fucking
Incredible.
wild.
Incredible.
And is now canon.
I thought we were in the tub.
I thought so too.
You were the only one not in the tub.
I mean, whoever wanted to be in the tub could be in the tub.
Like, so you could have been having your feet in the water while still eating your food.
No, because why would I bring my food into the bathroom? I was trying to have like a nice long like late lunch and then have a little bit of wine while I got ready for the tub and then get in the tub. It was a classy situation, taking my time.
Absolutely.
You got another
This
day
has
to
been
try
building
that.
up to this moment mentally for years in her head. She is not wasting it. She has this dream, this plan of how things go down.
I just wanted a bath.
Sorry.
Don't hit your back.
Yeah, now I will. Angrily.
All right. What are the rest of you up to?
I'm in the bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Quinn standing there making a decision, just staring at everyone in the bath like a weirdo?
I'm trying to decide if like she's like trying to decide if like it's too like common to get into the tub as a nobility, or if she's like gossips that way.
She doesn't want to be a commoner.
Yeah. Doesn't want to be seen with us.
Actually, she's gonna exit. She'll kind of linger as if she's gonna go, like, maybe she's gonna talk to River, and then she's gonna turn and then go to her room and go to the private bath.
Yep.
Everyone witnesses like the awkward like hang out in the tub. I think awkward like looking at Chi and River and Dan, and then like just personal death.
Yes, the commoner's bath.
Yeah, I mean...
Yep.
A redneck bath.
Posh enough. Or whatever.
Well, that's fine. Just gotta waste all that water by herself. Now I'm like feeling it a little bit. Chugged like half a bottle of wine and my cheeks are getting a little red.
Yeah. Oh.
Stunning.
Mage hands another bottle of or another bucket of wine in there for you guys.
Hey.
Yeah. Can we get like some of the fruit too?
Mage hand, the bowl of fruit goes your way.
She's like, what's some of that?
Grabs like a single bunch of grapes for her.
On it.
All right, so you guys, what's the over/under on these fancy folks getting us killed?
It's sounding a bit high. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like 2 just big old plot twists in one day. Gonna have to go save a sister now?
This is why money is trash.
Yeah. Don't make good people, no siree.
Important people attract a lot of attention, and attention means trouble. That's never good.
Yeah. And like, I'm also saying it. We're pretty trapped in this tree. Like,
yeah,
we're pretty high up.
We're high up. I didn't see any other exits. I mean, there could be some, like maybe a spiral on the outside or something, windows, but just those elevator things.
Like a fire escape or something. Like
it's made of wood. I hope they have a fire escape. It's terrifying.
I mean, but isn't like the wood like magical? Wouldn't it like magically not let fire happen?
I don't know.
But what if it's a magical fire though?
I don't know shit all about magic.
Me neither.
Yeah, not super. No. See, if Quinn had taken the commoner's bath, we could get these questions answered.
Did you really think she was going to take the commoner's bath?
No.
It was like a toss-up for like a hot second, but we knew the truth.
If I think if River was in here, then maybe. But with just us, then she wouldn't like.
Oh yeah, especially she knows it's fancy.
Yeah, now she knows that she's rich.
Like, that too. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe like if everybody else was in here, then maybe she would want to like just be part of the group with everybody all together. But like not a really strong theory, I don't think. But either way.
Yeah. Also, like maybe we do like a hot sauna next time because then we can get Liliana.
Ooh.
I don't think the hair would do great in water.
No, probably not.
It's a good point.
Yeah. No, I'm just like lay back and like float, all scrubbed and everything.
Yeah, I say this tub is pretty massive, especially now there's only 3 of us.
Yep. Each get like a corner all to ourselves.
You guys are the epitome of 5 feet apart. Because they're not. Maybe.
a socially distanced bath.
As the filth just floats from person to person.
Like, no.
I don't think we were not as filthy as she's bath if you're here earlier.
Yeah.
I figured you guys probably would have like done your bathing, drained it, and then filled it back up. Like it's fast.
Okay.
It's a quick.
Yeah,
it's a
we're
quick tub. It's
Yeah,
magic.
we're in
We
the,
just have to like
we're in the,
stand there and shiver for a second.
Yeah.
we're in the soaking phase.
All right, cool. We've done our pre-shower and now we're in the bath time.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do for your bath time? Quinn, River, what are you guys up to? Just your bath, chilling, maxing all cool.
Quinn is in her own head based on all of the previous events and River's story.
Sure.
River's on another cup of wine. Just keep an eye on she and Dan.
Okay. All right. So by the time you guys finish your bath, it's probably getting close to dinner time. Is there anything you guys wanted to do? Like it was like early to late afternoon.
Oh, so now we're doing the
unless there's
nap.
if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Like if there's anything you want to do, you have the whole evening for yourselves. You can go explore the city. You can go right to bed.
Oh,
What do you
after
do?
the bath, I'm gonna eat something.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is first dinner.
It's always time for second dinner later.
Mm-hmm.
Supper.
After tea, dinner, supper.
I
Who knows about
also
them?
would
Doesn't
definitely.
he?
I would peek in the
Something about them
kitchen. Are there
Okay.
people in there?
No,
Okay, so they just came in a back door in the kitchen.
there is a door. They
I'll
came
peek.
in. Okay, you peek. You open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. It opens up to a tunnel that goes sort of like straight, like it goes out into like an alley area, and then it turns and seems to angle up.
What is the lock situation on this door?
There is a lock on like the handle as well as one of the deadbolts or the chain lock things on the inside, and
Alright.
there is no way to unlock it from the outside.
I will lock it and deadbolt it, and then also do the thing where you put the chair under the handle.
Okay.
One of those. I'm also looking for I'm trying to make like a sandwich out of the charcuterie boards. That's what the mission that Anissa is on in the kitchen.
Okay.
Being very loud because she's day drunk, obviously.
Which honestly, mood. You're able to. They've got really nice rolls to go with like the little roast pheasant and the veggies for your lunch meal. So you're able to absolutely stack that high with salami and ham and cheeses of varying flavors to create your sandwich. Anything else you guys want to do before either fast forward to the next morning or later on in the evening?
I think Kira's good, at least for this night. Yeah.
Next morning, let's get our new outfits on and
Perimeter check, make sure no one's watching, although she's kind of buzzed at this point, if not.
If you had more than 2 cups, you need 2 constitution constitution saving throw, please.
2?
Oh, yeah.
If you have 2 cups or more, I always give 1 cup for fine, and then after you've had the second one, you're starting
It's
to feel it.
Oh,
bad.
Yep. All right, first one is
Con save?
Yeah, con save.
12,
Okay.
and then 16.
You're okay.
Okay.
15.
You're good.
I mean, I got a natural 7.
Okay, so you've got the little, like, the warmth going on, the little warm glow.
Which is a +7. I got 14.
Oh, okay, then you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. I was looking at other stuff on D&D Beyond, reading
My
things.
first, for alcohol, how I always do it, the first con check is always a 12, and then it goes to a 14, a 16, an 18, and so on.
ATM.
Yes.
Well, okay. Kira's first save is a 24.
She's fine. She feels nothing.
But her
But
second is a natural 1.
oh,
Which is a 9!
she's
but-
like, you go, like, you have your first glass and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. This is so good. And then you finish your second glass and you're like, where did this go? Like, okay.
Water too
You halfway through your drink, you got the warmth, and now you're in the I'm buzzed drunk moment.
And make Kira a sandwich as well.
I was about to say exactly that, yeah. Joining in the sandwich mission.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do for the
3.
night? I will say, Chi is absolutely belly full, passed out on, like, the bench in the dining room, like, conked out.
I'll put her in a bed.
Okay.
It's like a wooden bench.
Are you
I mean,
all...
this whole place is wood, so I guess so.
Uh,
All right, Liliana took one of the double beds, right? The one with the 2
Yes.
double beds. All right, so we'll head to that room.
Okay. Quinn, what were you going to say?
Well, before River left, I was going to ask if wine was strong enough or if people wanted something stronger.
Eyebrow.
I game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Poor baby Kira.
we
She's
could
having a great time.
go out, but I
She's
could
having
also
a great time.
request stuff be brought up.
Probably for the best that we stay here.
Oh, I guess.
I would think so,
Yeah.
yes. Especially since we don't have fancy enough clothes, I guess.
Oh, yes, but not fancy enough.
Takes a very fake, deep bow at Quinn.
Tries to curtsy and, like, stumbles and almost falls on her ass. Like,
Yes, we're part of the
I
general
don't know how to-
rabble over here.
yes.
Yeah, we'll join you for something stronger, milady. Absolutely. Just, like, winks at you and, like, puts her feet up on the table.
We'll go to the intercom at the kitchen and Leah.
Sorry, Leah's actually gone for the night. Name's Francis. What can I do for you?
Oh, Francis. Could I have an assortment of dwarven ale be brought up, and also could we get some fire whiskey?
Oh, right. Do you want just one or enough for you and your retinue?
We're having a party, so let's say
Party?
a party.
You
platter.
want desserts to go with that as well? We got some dessert liquors as well, if that's what you want. Leah left.
Actual dessert.
No,
Yeah.
could we
Yeah.
have
Actual
do you have-
dessert.
Yes. Do we have like some cheesecake? Maybe some cookies.
Right. Do you
pastries.
want me to send a baker down to you to cook in your kitchen, or do you just want it dropped
just
off?
delivered. That would be
Just
lovely.
delivered. Right. Yeah, Leah said whatever you want, it's all for you. So I'll send that down. It'll be down in about 30 minutes, or it's free, which it's already free. So just ignore that. Okay. It'll be there shortly.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna make a couple more sandwiches though. This time I like it.
Yeah.
Some like pre-made sandwiches.
Can you make another one for me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
You also
I'm making
have an entire roast pheasant.
Right.
Oh fuck! I'm making pheasant sandwiches. I take the pheasant with me.
Yeah. Do you need help?
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Got it. Okay.
I got it. There's
Okay.
knives and stuff in here.
All right. In a few minutes, you hear like the door kind of like shake and like jingle, and then you hear a.
Yeah, I'm like
on the
clunking
kitchen
into
door.
stuff. Knock over the chair. Open the door, but like leave the chain on, so I'm looking at him.
There is a very short gnomish man with a mustache that seems almost too big for his face, and he holds out a silver tray covered. And he goes, hello, my name is Louis, and I am here to deliver your drinks as well as your dessert.
One moment, my good sir, and I like close the door and unlatch it, and then open the door and take the stuff from him. And like, oh,
there's that, and then he pulls out a small cooler. It says, and this has a little something extra from Leah. She put it aside for you, so please enjoy. And then it kind of stands there like a little expectantly.
well, my hands are full, so
tip the man.
God, my hands are full, so obviously Quinn has this one, and I walk it back towards.
And he just kind of like
tip the man, Quinn.
Hi, Quinn.
I do believe that while I am allowing for libations to take place in my presence, and that we are all engaging in great revelry, if you would, considering that you are carrying my coin purse, Anissa, just be a dear and put the tray down and tip the man.
Just a very quiet ooh from River at the table.
oh, that's much kind of you. I greatly appreciate it.
Mage hand grab one of the trays from Anissa. So hand is free.
Just like still standing like this, just flexes arms.
Jade's gonna give her a high five.
Drops the cooler on the table.
Kira's just laughing.
Walks into the living room where my stuff is. Goes and gets him.
He's like awkwardly standing in the door and like watching. If you're in the kitchen, he's like watching everyone, just like with his too large mustache.
I get him a gold. Backing towards him through the door, giving all of them the finger, and then I turn around and a very good evening to you, sir. And I just kind of close the door and lock it.
Thank you. He can and like even as he's so thank you until the door is closed, and then you kind of sort of hear him through the door go thank you. Oh, right, and he leaves.
You turn around and it's just like golf clap from River at the table.
They too. Also, why are you still talking like that?
I shan't continue talking like that. It's on. It's just on, is what it is.
All right, you open your tray and there is a little basket. You know, the tins that have like grandma's cookies in them. Oh, you got one of those, but they're like fresh made.
Are there sewing supplies in there?
No, not yet. You have to eat the cookies first, and then the next time you open it, then there's sewing supplies in it.
Is this the magical item? We can keep the tin.
High or low?
Low.
Never-ending sewing
It's a
supplies.
bad day for River.
It's a 7. You get to keep the magical sewing supplies.
New D&D goals: collect all the miscellaneous stuff.
Mood rings, magical sewing supply tin.
Rolling chairs.
All
Well,
the books.
this is like the kind of tin that like it's like the tin of requirement. So like for three times when you open it, there'll be something that you need nestled within it, so long as you're thinking of it. Only 3 times though.
Nice.
Who has the bag of holding?
Kira.
Okay. Unless someone else wants to make a claim for it, I'd say in the bag for safekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Safekeeping's fine.
Yeah.
That's pretty bonkers. I love it.
We like making up things on the spot. It's fun,
That's a good one. That was
especially when they're absurd in the best way. All right. So now you have your desserts, your fire whiskey, and your dwarven ale, which is in like a little mini keg, which is in the cooler. Are you guys just drinking and partying?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, obviously tearing into the pastries first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's also a
All
cake.
right.
Dwarven ale.
A fucking cake.
That's with love from Leah.
Oh, that's sweet. I go get shot glasses and pour a round of fire whiskey shots.
Okay.
You know, to make it through the day.
Holding to that.
Surviving a dragon fight and a succubus fight.
Surviving.
Taking through that weird forest.
That
Surviving.
forest was also everything was that. I mean, surviving.
Today was so much.
It was a long
It was so
ass.
much.
We made it. We made it though. To wine in a hot tub.
We did. We made it.
Nearly all angles beasts are just beginning to whine in the hot tub.
Yeah, I can get used to that.
Yeah.
Do we need to roll for the dwarven ale?
Absolutely, you do.
Excellent.
Oh,
And
God.
your threshold is already to 14 or 16.
Doesn't matter. She rolled a 10.
You're
21.
You are still staying where you're at, Kira. You got that happy buzz going on, River. You are getting to that happy buzz.
Yep.
Because you have also had a lot of wine, so, you know. Liquor
It's been a
does
while.
stack.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel it right away, it'll still get you. So-
Not a cookie.
I got a 12 for the first one, but then like a 20 something for the second one.
All right, so you're at a pretty comfortable buzz, and you're pretty comfortable there. Jade,
I rolled a 4.
Oh, you
no.
you hit that comfortable buzz, and then you're at the slightly belligerent stage where you're still having a great time, but definitely words slurred, all that fun stuff.
Kira.
Huh?
I'm gonna try
Yeah,
something.
Yeah. Well.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well.
I did this on Dan when we were crossing the river. I want to see if it works on a person. And she just reaches out and she touches you, and she is gonna vortex warp you. Do you resist it?
What?
No, not at all.
Okay, shadows just warp up and twist from the ground and swirl around you, and then you momentarily cover you completely, and then they vanish and you're gone and you reappear. But she's probably setting up things so she can see through the bathtub.
Yeah.
Sight lines. You land in the water.
You just hear laughter coming from there. And then hold on. Then you see another kind of Kira. Instead of shadow this time, it's the same kind of golden light that you saw for that brief flash when she's when that hand showed up when she smited the succubus, and that same kind of light flares it kind of encompasses her. She disappears as she misty steps and reappears right back where she was.
Dripping wet.
Dripping wet.
Soaking wet.
Holds her cup and clinks it with yours.
That was brilliant.
Prestidigitates. Just shaking head.
The good thing this is magical wood, because all this water was not good for the wood. All right. Is there
not to jump the queen?
anything else you guys are doing this evening?
Just being rowdy.
Yeah.
Just being rowdy, having a good old time. All right. You have a great night.
Yeah.
Getting progressively drunker for the most part, for most of you. Just living it up, eating your snacks, and you head off to bed.
Did we finish the cookies?
Oh, yes, you finished the cookies.
Close the tin. Open the tin.
What do you want? It's it's like the room of requirement. You open it and it's empty.
I have to state it? Okay.
You have to like think about what you need.
Cedrin. Pedialyte.
I almost had it been right. There's Pedialyte and electrolytes.
Some antacids. Some
Yeah, probably just honestly
Egg sandwiches.
Yeah,
They're
is
just
that what
basis.
Is that what she's thinking of, though?
she'd be thinking she'd be lost in memory, so honestly just open it up. It would probably be,
And it could just be like a general idea, and I could tell you what is in it when you open it.
I'd say she'd be stuck on Val at this point.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You open the tin, and laying in it is a necklace with a stone at the end of it. And the stone is engraved with a whispering mouth.
Is it something she's seen before?
Roll an Arcana check. Or a history check at disadvantage because you are intoxicated.
That's true. It is very true. If I use a sorcery point to re-roll, it would still like. Actually, no. That's no. It's ability checks.
Yeah.
But would I get to use my disadvantage roll, or would that not count? Because I would be taking the lowest one. Never mind, it wouldn't count because I'd be taking the lowest one.
Yeah, because it's
okay. It's not great. It's like a 10.
You've seen stones like this before, but not necessarily know what they're for.
And she'll kind of pull it out and hold it up and look at it and be really confused. And then kind of, have you guys seen anything like this before?
When you have.
I have DM.
Yes. They're pretty popular amongst bodyguards for the royal.
We're really out of it.
Huh. That's a sending stone.
Can she have 2 necklaces at once? Because she has the blood bow vial. Okay, yeah.
Do you have another attunement spot?
Oh, yeah.
Then, yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah, she'll put it on.
Okay.
And she'll kind of just keep sitting, drinking, and waiting.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do for the night? No? Just sitting, chilling? All right. It's getting to be probably midnight-ish at this point. River, you have attuned to the sending stone. Anything you're going to do with it?
Use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Okay.
Use it.
Hold on.
Use it.
I gotta look up a phrase. It's been a very long while.
Oh gosh, I gotta look.
You gotta look it up too.
I gotta look it up too. Oh god. Okay, hold on.
Did I not put?
Is it in the one,
I don't know where.
or is it in your notes?
Search in there. Oh wait, I think I found the conversation between us.
Okay.
Thank you, Discord, for having a decent search system.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after the minute it attunes.
Yeah,
she
you
will.
kind of feel it.
Yeah. She'll pull it out and she'll just say, the marigolds were certainly a choice.
There's a long moment. And then in the back of your head, you hear, especially with her winter complexion? Arabella, is that you?
I mean, can I keep talking or is it done?
I believe it's 1 use per day.
1 use. Okay. She'll just kind of. Just visible relief is on her face at that.
Okay.
She's alive, at least. This gets in touch with her. I don't know how. Keep that tin handy. That was really.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it does, but.
Well, I gave you that.
Yeah.
That's good news, though, right?
Yeah, now to figure out where she's hiding and if she's safe and if she can keep herself out of trouble. Till I can get to her or until all this blows over.
All right. If
Back to drinking her cup.
all right. Do you guys eventually manage to make your way to your bedrooms? Or do you just kind of like let yourselves just like get super drunk and pass out where you are, like, you know, having a good old time?
Might pass out on the couch, yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Oh, baby Kira.
All right.
Once people start falling or even going to their rooms, River would get up and stumble her way to the room where Liliana's kind of held up in.
Okay.
And I feel like I said I took the room closest to the front door.
Yeah. And that's one that has 2 beds.
So that'd be the other one that she was in? Because you have...
Did we move her to...
Someone needs to be in the room with Chi. We have lost this child more than once.
Because
she's got to be in a room, so whichever room she's in, if I, I don't know, get anywhere before the person who's supposed to, I'm not sleeping in the room with the kid.
So you've got the master bedroom, you've got, like, another bedroom, and then you've got, like, 2 bedrooms for retainers, essentially, is how it's set up.
I had put Chi in whatever room was the furthest away from all of our noise.
Oh, okay, so I'm
So
good.
that's the room next to the master bedroom.
Yeah, fall in my little wee half bed.
Dan's keeping an eye on her, curled up with her.
Okay. Kira's on the couch. Jade, where are you heading? Quinn, what are you doing?
I'm going to bed.
Okay. As everyone heads to bed, Quinn, what do you do? How are you doing? What did you do while everyone was getting drunk and partying and
she was making it seem like she was drinking, but she was never drinking. And was just kind of listening to everything. And
Could River clock that, since that's usually what River does?
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
You can try at disadvantage.
But that's usually River's shtick, so
Yeah, but
Nope, you're fine. You're in the clear.
I was
There's no idea.
you did start drinking rather early.
Yeah.
When you were in the tub.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I think once everybody kind of like stumbles to their rooms, Quinn will sit down, ritually cast detect magic, look to see. Thank you, Dusty. We love you.
Thanks, Dusty.
Kind of just check to and just like walk around the place and see everything and see what's going on with this place.
Okay. So like you're looking at like the carvings of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll me a history check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Love it. You're looking up at these carvings and they depict essentially the growing of the Evertree. You notice that there is a very regal woman carved into part of it, and it kind of goes through the entire history of the Evertree all around like the main hall, where this woman hands over a seed that almost seems to be glowing and to a massive throng of people where she towers over them, and they accept the seed and plant it, and all together with their magic are able to make this thing grow. You watch the next section is the roots spreading out to create an intricate system of roots and other trees that have now begun to grow and stem from this one tree. And the last panel is this woman putting her hand out over it, eyes closed, almost as if blessing the tree, and then the tree glowing. And even as you're looking at these carvings, it does almost seem to glow faintly in a in an ethereal sort of manner.
Okay. She's kind of just gonna run her hand across some of the carvings and then just go go to her room, write in her notebook, and just rehash all of the day's events and kind of start doing a if this then this, and if I had done this and then this, and if I and just like until she's exhausted and then goes to bed.
Okay. As you all drift off to sleep, my magic users, you find it's hard to get comfortable, but you can't quite place why. It's just like everywhere you turn, they're just. Are you sure that this is not like there's a knot in this wooden. What is this? Like this is supposed to be luxurious and comfortable. I can't quite find that. No, it's not the bed, it's something else. But eventually sleep does find you. And even when you wake in the morning, it's not. You do get the effects of a long rest, but you wake up still tired. But not to the point where it's going to truly hinder your abilities yet. But you're definitely... This isn't the most restful night's sleep that you would wish to be having in a royal guest apartments. But you get a long rest and you get to sleep in a fancy bedroom. Fancy beds. Even the double beds are pretty fancy.
Fancy couch?
A fancy couch, like everything here is magical. When you wake up in the morning, there's a knock on the door. It's probably 8-ish.
Quinn's already up. So.
Okay.
Jade would already be up.
Okay. So who goes to answer the door?
I'm so loud. Someone make it stop.
I'm on it. It's okay.
You can coffee go the other way through.
You open the door and... Miss Rathmore, I just could not sleep last night. I could not put it down. I had to absolutely...
Quiet!
Oh, I see there was a bit of carousing last night. I'm jealous. But I have your everyday garments, as I said I would. And he holds out for you 6 garment bags. Very, intricately, neatly folded in his arms. These are for you. They're all labeled. If you need any alterations, please let me know. There you are. I should have your evening wear for tonight. And then we can discuss your ball gowns for the ball. Oh, I'm just so excited. And he kind of lingers for a moment. Kind of looking around.
Go away!
Are your eyes even open?
No, she is head buried in the pillows, just like a throw blanket that's too small for her for her giant frame, curled up on the couch, just hungover.
Kira's first hungover.
Grumpy.
Hangover.
Not her first, but
Definitely up there.
she's not happy.
Thank you, Hubert. We will be in better sorts this evening.
Of course. Well, I do hope you have a wonderful day. Feel free to use the guard. They are really fun to watch them scamper around doing whatever you need. Have a wonderful day. Good luck. I do find that there's this doctor just down the street if you want something for that headache of yours. Purposefully getting a little louder before he goes ta-ta and turns around to leave. And you have these garment bags. Hand them out.
Yes,
I will. There...
Kira takes the blanket with her and goes to the bedroom where she put her stuff in to go back to sleep.
It's dragging the garment bag on the floor.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. You all get handed out your new outfits. And they are perfect fit, cut, easy to move in. Perhaps some have a little bit extra embellishments. Just to add a little flair. But we will go ahead and end there for tonight. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and do our round of shoutouts then. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Since the lovely D is not here, Rek, you're up first.
Oh no. I didn't write the script still.
It's every time.
Yeah.
Every time, yo. I do this to myself. I'm Rek1568 on all the things and stuff, except for Fan House, where I'm just Rek without the numbers. Yeah, I just dick around on Twitter a lot and get involved in some things like here and charity stuff and all kinds of fun things. So that's all I got.
All right. Bodani.
Hi, I'm Amber, Bodoni Italic, Bodoni Cosplay on the things and the such and the places and the whatnots. You can find me here always. I never leave. So come back Monday for some Laurelwind shenanigans. We are trying to get our butts to another keep. It's gonna go fine. Gonna go fabulously. There's no way we can mess this up. We are flawless as a team. And then also next week is Cowboys. So come on back. Watch the things.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Kayola.
Ooh, it's me. I am Stephanie, or Kiola cosplay on the things and the stuff. I also am mostly here. Should probably change that username. Come back Monday. We're probably fighting something. Almost got arrested last week. That bodes well.
All right. Dr. Psycho.
Fuck, it's me. Hi, I'm Dr. Psycho. You can find me on all the things and stuff as Dr. Psycho, except for on Twitter where I'm Dr. Psycho TV. Come back on Monday. I have no clue what's gonna happen. I've got to do some dream sequences. I doubt you're fighting anything. Who knows? Maybe.
I mean, knowing us,
you do have some
We will
travel.
fight each other if we need to.
it's happened before.
It has, yeah.
And
You only roll the best when you're in PvP.
It's true.
It's true.
It's very
That
accurate.
is-
Yeah.
So yeah, come back on Monday for Laurelwind and on Thursday for Welcome to Black River. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Shield Maiden.
Hello, I'm Natalie, Shield Maiden or Shield Maiden cosplay across all platforms. That's Shield with 2 eyes. You can also find me on Instagram at zelman.arts, where I post my pottery and things like these tankards and other stuff. But thank you, everybody. I'm mostly here. Come back on Monday, like everybody else has said, and on Thursday. It's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah. And also, though they could not be here, be sure to follow It's the Riddler on all the things and stuff. They are so amazing. They do so much cool stuff. They post a lot on Twitter, and they're here on Twitch, so be sure to follow them. They do all sorts of cool stuff. And I am Princess Lady Bro. Across the stuff and the things, I am not doing much except crying about MegaCon next week. It's going to be great. I'm super pumped. Come scream in chat with me on Monday. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I love dream sequences. What? Me? Dream? No. And come yell. I get to be at Thursdays now. I'm very excited because school's over, so I'll be there on Thursday too. So have a good night, everyone. What are we up to? Oh yes, I am. I do get to dungeon crawl tomorrow and cry a lot. It's fine. We're not gonna talk about it. Andy, it's fine. Okay. Just what are we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna raid the Welcome In. So go say hi to them and love them and whatnot. And we love you all, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye bye.